Hello, my people! Welcome to another episode of the Risky News. My name is Harlow, and today we're gonna be going over everything that will be happening in the week of January 12, 2025. We started the year and we kickstarted a few tournaments, and we are gonna be talking about all those tournaments that either already started or they are about to start. So hopefully you would like this. Please let me know in the comments sections what do you think, what do you like, and what would you like to know more in this risky news. And without further ado, let's start with the very first one. And we are going to be kickstarting this risky news with the FFA Throwback tournament that is being hosted in the main Risk Discord server. Right now, this tournament is going for the 5th round, and in this 5th round, the settings are Canada Advanced World Dominations, no Blizzards, no Fog of War, no Portals, auto placement, and progressive cards, expert bot, and 60 seconds with automated AI behavior. So this is again one of those settings, all settings that were played at once upon a time in an all tournament. This is Prague. It's a fairly big map. I would be expecting people could hold bonuses, people could not hold bonuses. That is gonna depend on how the game progresses. I would see games where people take bonuses, and I also would see games where people try to take bonuses and the board police is gonna be breaking them. So that is gonna be up to how each of those games end up developing. But that is gonna be the 5th round of the FFA tournament, and after the 5th round there is going to be 2 more rounds. We're going to have the semifinals and then the finals, and with that this tournament is going to be concluded. So right now the FFA Throwback tournament is on its closing legs. Also, the Risk Among Us tournament, it did started already. The Risk Among Us is just a game where they're going to be playing all the games using the latest map pack. That was that collaboration between Risk and Among Us. Right now, they already started. They are on the 3rd round, and the settings for the next round, it's gonna be 3 games. The first game is gonna be the Airship, Split Blitz, with Blizzards, with Fog of War, on Civil Portals, auto placements, fixed card bonuses, 90 seconds. So, and through random. So that is gonna be a really interesting first game for those of day to play. At least it's gonna be fast, taking into consideration that the Airship is one of the biggest maps. I think it's the biggest map now in Risk. The second game is gonna be Mira HQ secret missions. So it's gonna be whatever secret missions the game decides to add. There is not gonna be any Blizzards, no Fog of War, no Portals. It's gonna be a fixed card bonuses and 60 seconds with balance splits. And the last game is gonna be the Scale secret missions with Blizzards, Fog of War, no Fog of War, with stable portals and auto placement. But this one is gonna be progressive and 60 seconds timer. So it is gonna be interesting to see how they manage to progress these games. And moving on to the next tournament, we have the Risky World Domination. This tournament already started, and this is kind of like a Legends tournament. And by the way, hashtag bring back Legends. This tournament is just a FFA tournament, a free-for-all tournament, but they incorporated a BC element in this tournament. Right now, the first round, it started last week, and now we're gonna be moving on to the second round. In the second round, they're gonna be playing Europe Advanced World Dominations. No Blizzards, no Fog of War, no Portals, auto placement, progressive cards, expert AI with alliances. So it is going to be an interesting game because again, this is Europe Advanced, which means that it is a big enough map that you do need to hold a bonus if you want to progress the game as fast as you can. There is bonus taking maps where you don't have to, but Europe Advanced is one of those maps that is so big that really, if you don't hold a bonus by the time that the trade cards become big enough, you are gonna be falling way behind. And because this is not caps, these are not the meta settings, there is no cushion. You simply cannot take up a card and pass. You can be killed for your card. It's gonna be mostly worth it, especially if people take bonuses early. So whoever is playing this tournament, this map, they should take a bonus early on. Again, this kind of progressive games is like a fixed game in their early games, which means that you have to take a bonus and you have to try to keep a balance of the game. And of course, there is going to be a moment where everything is going to be transitioning and everything is going to become progressive, which means that you have to kill people for their cards, whenever it's worth it for their cards. Now, moving on to the next round, to the next tournament, we have Nathaniel's favorite settings tournament. This is a tournament that is brought up to you by Nathaniel. Nathaniel is one of the best Risk players out there, and he wanted to share with the Risk community what he thinks are the best settings on the many tournaments that he has played. This tournament is going to be starting the first round this next week, and the settings are going to be 3 games. The first game is going to be Operations Adam World Dominations with Blizzards, no Fog of War, Unstable Portals, and Progressive. So again, this map is fairly big, which means that this map might also be like a fixed game early on, and then it's going to turn into a progressive game. That is how usually this map has been played the different times that I have played it. The second game is going to be Pangea Zombies with Fog of War. Of course, you have zombies, you need the Fog of Wars, Unstable Portals, and progressive card bonuses 90 seconds. I love these settings for the second game. They are really nice, and with the zombies, really, this map really doesn't have that many territories that you can it only has like 2 bonuses that you can really take, but this is a zombies game with progressive cards, folks. Even if you could take a bonus, you shouldn't, because if you do, then you are just broadcasting to everybody where you are, and that is not what you want to do. So really, 2-3 extra troops per turn are not worth it getting eliminated, because not only you're going to be broadcasting everybody where you are, but you have to keep adding a lot of troops to those positions just to keep that bonus. Is not worth it. The map is not that choky, so really it's not worth it. Now, the last game is going to be Classic Frozen. The game is going to be 70% with Blizzards, no Fog of War, and Unstable Portals. And yeah, that is going to be the settings for the first round of this tournament. Now, moving on to the Pharaoh's Pyramid. This tournament, I wasn't aware that they already resumed this tournament, and they already have a winner. So this tournament already moved to the finals, and in the finals, the winner was none other than boom, 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 Nice. And Nice, for those of you that don't know, he also won the Grandmaster tournament, the last one that happened, that concluded last month. So Nice is on fire, so congratulations to Nice for winning the second tournament in a month. So well deserved. Now, moving on to the recaps tournament. It already started. Right now, they're going to be moving on to the second round next week. And for the second round, it's going to be playing 4 games. The first game is going to be Pharaoh's Pyramid. All of the games are going to be Capital Conquest. For those of you that don't know, before we continue with settings, the recaps tournament was an inspiration it was inspired by Among Us, and they came up with this tournament concept before the collaboration with Among Us was announced. So even though they could use the settings for the newest map pack, it's actually going to be different kind of settings, but they have like that different. They have an intention with Among Us and with the imposter thing, so it's kind of interesting what they are doing. The 4th game is going to be Pharaoh's Pyramid. All of the games are going to be Capital Conquest, Blizzards, Fog of War, Portals, no Portals, Auto Placement, Fix, and the second one is going to be Wall of the Dead. Mall. Wow, I read Wall. My bad. The next one is gonna be Mall of the Dead. Wall of the damn. Wow. The next one is gonna be Mall of the Dead. The other one is going to be the Battles Boulder, and the last one is gonna be Arcanos. So for those of you that are in this tournament, just bear in mind that you guys are gonna be playing these 4 games next week. Also, another tournament that started this past week, it was the FFA with Special Powers. Right now, they're going to the second round, and in the second round, the settings are going to be World Conquest, Secret Missions, with Blizzards, no Fog of War, no Portals, Auto Placement, card bonuses are going to be progressive 60 seconds, and neutral bot behavior. Moving on to the next tournament, we have the Elitar Super Tournament. This is the second season of the Elitar Super Tournament. This tournament, it just started this past week, and the first round were 2 games, and it was super interesting. Right now, the next round is going to they're moving on next week for the second round, and the second round is going to be the meta settings in BC, which means that you're going to be playing the same meta settings that we all use to play and we all know and love and enjoy. And they're going to be adding a BC element. So it's going to be interesting because you're going to have Fog of War, and that means that you are not, and there's not going to be any alliances. So you have to trust people to a certain degree, right? So this is the second edition of the Super Elitar tournament. Again, they are already moving on to the second week, so that means that you guys already are not gonna be able to join if you haven't already. But I urge you to watch other video content creators, and that way you're gonna be able to see how this tournament develops. Because Elitar and his team, they put together a really nice tournament, and in this tournament they are challenging everything. And by everything I mean there is gonna be rounds that is gonna be, right now we're playing 1v1, we're playing FFAs free for all, but there is gonna be rounds that is gonna be like 2v2s, 3v3s, 1v1. Huh? Ya mismo. So there is going to be different kind of things that are going to be happening in this tournament, and I am all in for that. So this next round is going to be meta settings with BC. Hopefully BC is going to help to make sure that this tournament is going to be moving, this game is going to be moving faster, because again, with the quality of players that join this tournament, really these games tend to stalemate. So really, in my opinion, whenever you play the meta settings with good players, the winner is who gets eliminated first, because at least they get to do something else. Okay, so those are the tournaments that we have for this week. Now, upcoming tournaments, of course, most of the upcoming tournaments that we had, they already move on to the current tournaments. So with the upcoming tournaments, we had the Progressive Worlddom tournament. This tournament, the sign-ups already opened last week, and they're gonna be open until next week, until January 19th, folks. So if you would like to play a tournament where all of the games are gonna be progressive, this is going to be a tournament for you. And I already joined, and I urge you to join as well if you are interested in playing a tournament that is going to be pure progressive games. I love progressive games because those games, they don't tend to stalemate unless you're playing a big map. But even so, there are ways to progress the game. So I am so eager to see what are they planning of doing with this tournament. The next one is the GM Arena 70%. This tournament, the sign-ups are already open, so you can join right now, and they're going to be open until January 20th. Now, I did confirm this tournament is going to be open to anybody, so if you are interested, go to the Risk Grandmaster Arena server in Discord, and in there, you just need to sign up. You just need to sign up into the thread, and with that you're going to be into the tournament. Again, it's in the GM Discord server, but it's not for GMs, it is for anybody that is interested. Again, this tournament is, all the games will be 70% games, so that is going to be interested. And with the inclusion of the 70% caps last year, I'm guessing that they will be implementing that as well. So that is another nuance that we have to consider when we play this tournament. I already signed up for this one, so this is going to be another tournament you're going to be watching me play, hopefully in the next few weeks, for as long as I can make it. Now, also another tournament we have in the Risk Grandmaster server, the 2v2 tournament, folks. Now, this one, the signups are done today, and sadly, probably by this time that I am making this, the tournament, the signups are either closed or close to be, or soon to be closed. But if you are interested, feel free to try to join the 2v2 tournament. If you don't have, because maybe there is a group that they don't have you have people that they join but they don't have a partner, so you can still be partnered with somebody that doesn't have a partner. Or maybe you can have your team and they need more people, they could add you possibly to a waiting list or something. So if you are interested in playing 2v2, taking into consideration that the 2v2 tournament in the main Risk Discord server, it won tournament of the year, we can assume that there is a lot of interest out there for the 2v2 tournaments. So if you are interested in playing 2v2 tournaments, another one, you can go to the Risk Grandmaster Arena. This is a tournament that is being hosted by Brilliant Frog of the White Meadow. He is the current new player of the year. He started playing Risk less than a year ago, and he has been killing it in the different tournament scene. And right now, he is helping hosting different games and working as staff in different servers. So this is a good chance to see what he come up with for this tournament. So if you are interested, all you have to do is go to the Risk Grandmaster Arena, and over there, all you have to do is just sign up. Even if you don't have a partner, you can still join, and maybe they're gonna be allocating you with somebody else. So even though probably by the time that by right now, that if you're watching this live, or maybe by the time that you watch this video, there might be a good chance that the signups are already closed, but you still have a chance to make it to a team. So just go to the main Risk Discord. Sorry, go to the Risk Grandmaster Arena, and over there you're gonna be able to see the thread for 2v2, and just there you just join. And if not, you can ask Brilliant Frog of the White Meadow directly in case. If you want to know more, or if you really want to ensure that you could join the tournament or not. So that is all for the upcoming tournaments for this week. And next interview, we still don't have an interview. I already have the people in mind that I would like to interview, and I will be talking to them in the next few days. I think by next week I should know who will be the next person that I want to interview. I think I have a group that I would like to interview, and I also have a few players that I would love to talk to and know more about how they join Risk, and how is there, right now we already interview Mr. E.G. Snicks, that is the current organizer of the Risk Free for All tournament in the main Risk Discord server. And we also interview Eric, who is the owner and operator of the Friends of Risk webpage. And right now, I would like to interview another organization, or I would like to interview a player. So I will be making my introductions next week, and then we're gonna be able to know when we can schedule the next interview. Now, there are no community news. We don't have any community news this week, and there is also no big developers news. So we're gonna move ahead to the special thanks section, where I would like to thank people that helped me put the news together. People, sometimes I'm trying to get all of this together, but I really don't. I am not that well connected, folks. It's not like I have a special connection with anybody in any particular server. I am just trying to put the effort. But that is why things like the 2v2 tournament, they just fall to the cracks, because it's not like I have big connections with anybody. If I don't see the thread and I miss it, then I don't include it here. So having said that, I would like to thank FFARisk.com, because I take a lot of information from there, and I urge you, if you guys would like to know more about the tournament scene and many other stuff that are out there, go to FFARisk.com, and over there you're gonna have a lot of information about the Risk community. Also, a special thanks to Marcellus Fuse, because I have been bugging him for the past few weeks to know a little bit more things, because I have to put this presentation, of course, before I go live. And by the time that I have to go live, there is a lot of information that haven't been made public yet. So I have to bug a few people to see if they could help me putting all of this together. And Marcellus Fuse, he has been really, really helpful. So he won Staff of the Year, so he's staffed in many Risk Discord servers, but he also is a really nice person, and he has been helping me amazingly. So thank you so much, Marcellus, for helping me out for the past few weeks in putting together a lot of the information for the Risky news. And with that, that's it, folks. Harlow says bye and thank you. And with this, I conclude the news, and I will be seeing you next week if you are on YouTube. If you are on Twitch, don't go. I am about to play more. So, chop chop. Bye bye. Thank you.